Let's see, we're going to go live on Facebook.
Yes, and I'm on Facebook right now.
Okay, I am hitting the go live. All right, so that should be starting up momentarily live on Facebook, and then we have to mute, remember?
You talking to all of us?
No. We're just wanting to make sure. Yep, it's muted. We are good to go. You're on, Emma.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be part of this. Hello, everyone. So my name is Emma Medeiros. I am the president of Medeiros Fashion PR, which is the first public relations firm in the US to specialize in the plus size fashion industry. And I am beyond honored and thrilled to be here today with one of our very valued clients, Miss Linda Peavy, who is the head blogger of Cultured Curves, which has given a voice to the very, very underrepresented market of mature, curvy women. So thank you everyone for being part of this amazing launch. So today, Linda has officially become a published author, and her book is called The Cultured Curves Guide to Style for Mature, Curvy Women, Volume 1. So there will be more coming. But wait, there's more. So this is really the ultimate style guide for mature, curvy women. It is a roadmap. I mean, anything you could ever need or want to go shopping. I mean, do not go shopping again, ever, without this book. This is going to give you an, step by step, literally guide you through every single part of making style suggestions. This is tips for suggestions on fashion, makeup, skincare, where to shop. This is a guide. Everyone's like, where do I shop? Not just online. There are some brick and mortar as well. So this is really a game changer. I mean, this book features 11 chapters, how to style advice, how to find what to wear, how to dress your specific body type, fashion basics, developing a signature style, lingerie, swimwear, shoes, accessories, anti-aging resources, and even makeup routines for mature skin. So this features over 200 photos from the book partners. Linda has collaborated with so many, I think there's more than like 30 major brands and also indie brands that are really giving the mature curvy women stylish options. We no longer have to drape ourselves in muumuus. Yay! So this is going to be available via Amazon very, very soon. And I am so pleased to introduce, like I said, Miss Linda Marie Peavy. So she is not only the head blogger of Cultured Curves blog for Cultured Curves, Sophisticated Style, Fashion, and Beauty for Curvy Women Over 50, which has been heralded by FeedSpot as one of the best blogs on the planet, quote unquote, for women over 50. So you know what's good when you get a shout out from FeedSpot. Linda also speaks internationally. She provides workshops that uplift and inspire women to embrace self-love in their bodies. She has been featured on the Today Show, Northeast Ohio Boomer magazine, and many, many more media outlets. She even owns Lee Peavy, thank you, Consulting LLC, which is a marketing, communications, and grant services firm. So she is really doing unbelievable things, not only for mature curvy women, but for the world. So welcome, Linda. Thank you so much for doing this and for giving a voice to the voiceless, for lack of a better word.
Thank you so much. This is a day that I have been waiting on a very, very, very long time. This is really has been a labor of love, like literally 3 years, 3 years in the making. I have worked on this book because I wanted it to be something special for our community, for mature women who are curvy, who are often told that, after 50, you're supposed to sit in a corner and not say anything. You're not supposed to be dressing well. You're supposed to wear muumuus all day. And that just is not true. And so what I wanted to do was provide really a wonderful resource so that you would have the opportunity to know where to shop, whether you're going to a ball or the ballpark, you would know where to shop and how to shop. And number one, absolutely, how to shop for your body, because I'm all about fit. And that's part of what I teach in the book and I teach in my online blog, is that you absolutely should know what your body shape is. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I am so pleased to be here. And thank you, all of my family and friends and supporters and absolute, my old colleagues are here. I see Gail Toll and my family members are here. My brother Jeffrey and my nephew Jamie is here. So thank you, everybody, my assistants. I love you all. I appreciate the love and support. I do have one announcement, though, to mention about the book. And there's an old saying that when you're given lemons, you have to make lemonade. And we're going to make some of that old country time lemonade today, because I was told by Amazon that the book is not available today because of some type of technical glitch, but that's okay, because it is supposed to be available on Monday. So good things come to those who wait. So a couple of more days, it is going to be available. I guarantee you it is going to be worth the wait. But we're going to have a good time today. What I'm going to do is really give you a lot of the tips that are in the main chapters of the book, so that you walk away looking good and knowing how to dress your body. And we're going to talk about everything from clothing and bras. We have the bra fairy coming. Yes, we have a fairy coming. We have a bra fairy coming. And we have some of the incredible icons from the book with us, like Miss Terri Murray, who we'll hear from in a moment, because she wrote an incredible forward. She is just beyond phenomenal. She was one of the first fit models for Lane Bryant. She owns a modeling agency, right? She is proof. First of all, the woman is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, but she is proof that yes, you can model as a mature woman. So we will definitely hear from Terri soon. But thank you. I just want to thank you all for joining me. We're going to have a great time as we go through the book, and we have some fun, and we have great prizes. Oh my goodness, great prizes to give away, from copies of the book to coupons to some of our favorite stores to a styling session, a free styling session with me. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We're going to have some fun, and everybody's welcome. Tell your friends, text your friends to come on board. Doesn't matter your size, your age, your gender. You're going to have fun today. So thank you so much. And I'll turn it back over to Emma.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, again, for joining us. And Linda, if it's okay with you, I am just going to ask you a few questions so our viewers can really, truly understand the labor of love behind this book and why they need it. Why they need it, what's special about it, what is different. And so everyone definitely stay tuned, and then we will get to Terri's amazing foreword. So Linda, what first gave you the idea of writing the Culture Curves Guide?
Well, for those of you who know me, I have been a plus size person since I was in the second grade. So I've been in this body forever. And last year I turned 60. So that is a long time. And I've always, ever since I was a little girl, I've been a girly girl. I've loved like the hair and the makeup and the dolls. And people who know me, I don't even go to the mailbox without like full makeup, full hair, full dress, you name it. So this is just who I am. But I've known that there's always been a struggle, right, to be able to find great style when you are plus size. And this started when I was a little girl, and it certainly didn't change when I became an executive and I had to travel around the world. And it was so hard to find outfits and to find attire that would fit me. But I always found a way. I always found a way to be able to find those specialty stores. And I would always get compliments when I was out. And it didn't matter who it was coming from. They would compliment me on my outfit or my hair. And I'm like, I'm going to give the love that I have received over the last 30, 40 years to other women, because I'm always approached by women who have low self-esteem. They don't know how to dress their bodies. Their bodies are changing, because if you think about it, a size 6 when you are 19 years old is not the same as a size 6 when you are 60, right? That body is going to change. And so I wanted to be able to give this book and write this book and include the blog as well to women who really have a need of knowing, how do you develop your style, who want to get out of the jeans every day, who want to get out of the jogging suits every day, to have an option. I mean, I have women that tell me, Linda, I'm tired of wearing scrubs on the weekend. Like, I need something else other than scrubs on the weekend. And so there's just a plethora of styles and types of clothing that you can find, but sometimes you don't know where to go. And so I've been a source of being able to provide stores, those specialty stores that you don't often find. I've been able to find custom clothiers who will make custom clothes to your dimension. So this has just really been my opportunity to share the experiences that I've had and some of the challenges and hurdles that I've had to make the road just a little bit easier for other women. You're on mute. Emma, you're on mute.
Sorry. Okay, cool. All right, cool. No, there was a siren that came, so I didn't want everyone to be listening to that. So speaking of challenges, what were some of your top 3 challenges when writing this book?
I would say wanting to just include everything. Like, I'm a writer, that is who I am. People know me as the grants queen, because I'm a writer. That's what I do for a living. I write grants, so I write a lot. So it was really about being able to include a lot of information, which I did, that was going to be useful for women. And also in the back of the book, there's the Culture Curves Retail Guide. And so in that guide, there is probably maybe 300 different stores or retailers. And so the research took a lot of time. There was a lot of time to be able to, make sure that I was researching all of these little shops that you've never heard of, to make sure that you have the opportunity to go beyond your typical stores like Lane Bryant. We've heard of like Roman's or Macy's or Dillard's. So there's so many other kinds of retail stores, and sometimes they're small specialty stores. I wanted to be able to provide as large of a list as possible. So took a lot of work with just coming up with the research, but also the images. I was adamant that I was going to include images of women with real bodies, right? The models that you see in this book are plus size models. And so the images were very important to me. Being able to work with almost 30 different retailers, that certainly took a lot of time, but I wanted to include, again, not just the typical stores that you hear about where you can buy plus size clothing, but there are so many other fabulous retailers and online stores and specialty stores available. So just really being able to include all of the information in one resource is what I wanted to do. And it took a lot of time. So those were a lot of the challenges that we were facing.
Awesome. Now, how did you choose your book partners? Because there are a lot of brands listed in this book. I mean, what was your main criteria?
I wanted to be inclusive. So I wanted to especially include stores that were exclusive to plus sizes, because again, some of the major retail stores certainly carry plus sizes, but I wanted to make sure that I was including stores that's all they carry, are plus size lines of clothing. So that was important. Diversity was important. I feature quite a few Black designers. So I wanted to make sure that I had a lot of retailers that were Black-owned retailers, to give them representation and the opportunity to raise their level of visibility. So that mattered, but also the diversity of the type of store. So I have literally from head to toe, I wanted to make sure I worked with retailers. I worked with hat designers, Harlem's Heavenly Hats. Her hats are featured on the cover of Vogue magazine. She's in the book. Also, of course, retailers that just provide clothes. I wanted to make sure that the lingerie retailers were included, right? People like, again, the bra fairy, bra tenders who specialize in bras, but also right down to the feet. I have the Healthy Feet store, and they are
Head to toe.
just a lot of information, because we know oftentimes when you're plus size, you don't have a size 6 or a size 7, shoe size. I know I'm like a 10.5 wide. And so it's so hard to find retailers that carry shoes over a size 11. So I wanted to be sure that I featured retailers that not only included larger sizes, but wide calf boots. So I wanted to make sure that the retailers covered head to toe and a wide range of sizes, and then types as well.
Awesome. And just a shout out to a very few. I mean, obviously in the book, there's going to be many, many more book partners, but the few that are going to give some prizes and giveaways and goodies today throughout this virtual launch are Fashions by Fowler, Jabri Designs, Moonlight Serenade Apparel, Styles of Imagination Fashions, and Terri Murray Collections. So stay on with us because we have a lot of fun goodies to give away from them and others. So if you had to pick one thing, Linda, that you wanted people to take away from this book, if you had to pick one thing, what would it be?
That age should not be a factor in keeping you from feeling great and looking great. The book is not just about fashion. If you go to the end of the book, there's an entire section that really talks about self-esteem and self-image. There are meditations and there are essays that really uplift the spirit, because oftentimes women who are older, it's easy to get into a rut where you wear the same thing every day. You want to make a change, but you just, you need that level of encouragement. So that's what's in the back of the book. We have like a 30-day meditation where I ask you to write down something that you love about your body, like every day. And so I want women to know that age should never be a factor, and how good you feel about yourself and just how good you look, period.
Awesome. All right. Well, obviously, we will be hearing much, much, much more from Linda later. And now I am very pleased and honored to introduce Miss Terri Fox Murray, who is the director of Terri Murray Models. She is a fit and intimate apparel industry expert. Say that 10 times fast. She is really one of the plus size pioneers. We could not have this book without her. She has been a fit model throughout the years. How many years now, Terri?
30.
30 years. So she has been on the Tyra Banks show, the Today Show. She's known as the glamorous grandma in Plus Model Magazine's Icon issue. She has been on Shanice Lewis Blog Talk Radio. She has been speaker at several different colleges, one of which is Columbus College of Art and Design, on plus size history. So she is sharing the knowledge with the next generation. She has been honored as a legend by the Full Figured Fashion Week, I apologize, in New York City. So Plus Fit Model of the Year. I mean, this woman has way too many awards to even mention. She's a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Full Figured Industry Awards. Lane Bryant, actually, I love this quote by Lane Bryant. Our legend familiar to us is Terri Murray of Terri Murray Image Models, who began her modeling career in 1994 as an in-house fit model at Lane Bryant, Columbus, Ohio. So, I mean, she really has been a pioneer long before the plus size and inclusivity movement and everything like that. She also has some daughters and granddaughters and great-granddaughters, if I'm not mistaken, grandchildren, who they know her as Grandma New York, and they love her. And her message to the next generation is dream on and dream big.
Yeah.
So without further ado, Miss Terri Fox Murray, who wrote this amazing foreword. Terri, would you be kind enough to share your foreword?
I don't have it in front of me, Emma.
Oh my goodness.
I thought you were going to share it.
No,
I'm so
it's about
sorry.
you, girl. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it.
I apologize. And thank you. I'm so
Your
honored as well
words.
to be
I would
here.
never take that away from you. Let's see. Hang on. I'm sure I can find it somewhere.
While you're doing that,
yes, absolutely.
We are supposed to be Facebook Live, but I'm getting a message that
oh dear,
it's not live I'm showing that it's live. I have the Facebook Live icon that is on. It's saying that it is live in Facebook. I have my little Facebook icon at the top, and it says it is live on Facebook. So I'm wondering, maybe Allison, if you could just go to my profile. It's supposed to be live in the Culture Curves page, which is not private, it's a public page. That is where it should be live, but maybe they're directing it to my profile. So just check my profile, because we want to make sure this is Facebook Live. So welcome everybody, welcome everybody. So we're just going to make sure that this is live on Facebook so that it can be shared later.
Yeah, we are recording this, right? So if there's some,
definitely be recorded.
Okay.
So we will absolutely, it will go on my page and the Culture Curves page as well, for sure. All right, and people are still coming in. Thank you everybody. I appreciate it. I see, my other brother has joined. Jeffrey Peavy is in the house. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate it. Do you have the information, Emma?
I'm looking for it. I apologize. Terry, what is the email that you sent it from?
You have the book. It's right in the front. It's in the it's right in front of the book if you have the book.
Oh, I do. I forgot. Hold on.
All right. All right.
Linda,
Yes.
Portia George is here. My name's not showing up, but I want to know I'm here to support you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And who is this?
Portia George
Portia,
from Judson Press.
Portia. Portia.
Okay. Yes.
I so appreciate everybody that is supporting me. Thank you so much. I have former coworkers who are here. And let me just say, Gail Kersner is the editor of the book. So I want to give a shout out to Gail, who did a fabulous job editing the book. So if any of you need, any editorial work, Gail is the person. So she was fabulous. So
Okay.
Allison is saying, I'm not sure why it's not showing up, but I have a little icon that's saying, it's saying it's live on Facebook, but people are saying they're not seeing it in the on the Facebook page. So what I'm going to do is just try it one more time to make sure we go. All right. All right, so let's try one more time. And we want to make sure this is live on Facebook. Okay. So Alice, go back and check again and see whether or not it's now live on the Culture Curves. Awesome. I think that's it. All right. I think that worked this time. Hopefully that worked. So you can just, and if you're, please feel free to share. If you go on to Facebook, just you can share it so that everybody else can see it live as well. Was someone calling me?
It's Gail. I just wanted to thank you so much. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm parked, but I'm in my car. But I want to tell everybody what an amazing experience it was to work with Linda. And I learned so much in this book. And the resource guide is something like I have never seen before.
Oh, thank you.
And I can't wait to get my hands on a book and to hug you. But it was such a pleasure, and I'm so excited for you because it's been a long time that you've been working on this. So
it has.
All right.
Oh, good. So it's showing on Facebook. And let me just give LaVesha Draper a shout out. She is one of the models in the book. And this is, if people can see, that is LaVesha right there. She is from Cleveland. and she is modeling the attire of a good friend of mine, another designer from Cleveland, Ohio, Diane Linston, who is going to try to make it today. But just wanted to give a shout out to LaVesha, who is a fabulous, fabulous model in the Cleveland area. All right. So yes, so now it's live on Facebook. Excellent. So people can share it. Thank you so much.
All right. So I was able to find, yes, we've got Terri's foreword. So again, these are not my words. This is from the wonderful Terri Murray. So like drum roll. Okay, so Linda Peavy and I met at a curvy event in New York and chatted like old friends. I quickly came to appreciate her knowledge and expertise. Linda is an expert, and her book, The Cultured Curves Guide to Style for Mature Curvy Women, Volume 1, is full of invaluable advice on styling with your best colors and prints, fitting shapewear, and putting outfits together, all with the emphasis on a woman over 50. Want to know what to wear and when? You'll learn how to select outfits for all occasions and where to buy them. And she hasn't forgotten about our skincare, including researching where to find effective skincare and anti-aging makeup. Use her tips and tricks and keep them handy when looking for valuable advice and answers to all your questions. This book will quickly be your go-to guide for your style from head to toe. It's a wonderful time to be a mature plus-size woman. We just need someone to put our style together for us, and Linda is that person. As a mature woman myself, I always want to look amazing. Check out Linda's book for the most up-to-date information on style, fit, and accessories, all to keep us looking our best. You'll want to keep it by your side for reference and inspiration. Fantastic job, Linda. Thanks for making looking good easier and more fun for us. So again, that was by the fabulous Terri Fox Murray.
Thank you so much.
And we, sorry, just to kind of move right along since time is of the essence here, we have a very special guest, Lori Kaplan, as Linda mentioned, who is the Fairy Bra Mother. Yes, she is the head of Bra Tenders, New York. Lori, are you with us? Just want to make sure she can hear us and we can hear her.
Hi,
So,
yes, I'm here. I'm here.
yay! All right. Thank you so much for joining us. So Lori is the savior of my breasts, I have to say. Literally, before I discovered bra tenders, I just have to say I had mini Grand Canyons on my shoulder from straps that dug in. I just thought, oh, well, I'm a big girl. This is what we have to deal with. No, we do not, as long as we have the proper bras. So thanks to Lori Bra Tenders.
And let me just mention really quickly, Emma, just
Yes,
so
of
everybody
course.
knows that there is a section in the book called What Lies Beneath, and bra
Yes.
is a major part of that section. And did you know that 80% of women wear the wrong size bra? That probably means you. Okay. 80% of women wear the wrong size bra. So it is so important to be fit professionally for a bra. And there are ways to do, and we have the absolute expert with us today. So take it away, Laura. I want you to give us some tips and some advice on, making sure that we don't have those Grand Canyons in our shoulders where we're wearing the wrong size bra. So again, she is nicknamed the Bra Fairy. Take it away.
Fairy. Oh, actually, I apologize. The Fairy Bra Mother is her official.
The Fairy Bra Mother.
The Fairy Bra Mother. And just a super quick background on Lori. She's not just a pretty face. She has been an expert on undergarments, both for the average woman and Broadway for 30 plus years since 1999. She is recognized as an expert on undergarments, featured on the Today Show, CBS News, Tim Gunn's Guide to Style, Women's Health Magazine, the New York Times, New York Magazine, Bravo's Get a Room with Carson Kressley and Tom Felicia. I mean, unbelievable amount of celebrity and international clientele. This woman knows her boobs. Without further ado, Lori, you have a specific kind of like secret weapon, is your 5-piece bra kit, if I'm not mistaken. So tell us a little bit about that and how women can get the right bra.
So a lot of what we see in our shop here is women will run in, it's like, hi, I came to town for a party or something and I forgot to buy a strapless bra, or I forgot to bring my bra, or I got this dress and it's that time of the month, or I feel a little bloated and I need some shapewear so the dress looks better. So we think that modern women should be prepared for anything and have 5 different kinds of bras in your wardrobe so you're prepared for anything. So the first kind would be, and the first thing would be go and get your size, learn what size you are and be fit. And the biggest mistake women make when they're trying to buy a bra is that they buy the band size too big and the cup size too small, because I would say 90% of the population is not aware that you can buy a bra in a size like a 34H or a 36K. So most of the time women need bigger cups, but they can't find them in department stores. So they just keep going up in the band size, and that creates a whole other host of problems, because the majority of the support from your bra comes from the band being snug around your rib cage, and the back should be in the same place as in the front. And when you buy the bands too big, what happens is that the back of the bra rides up, and then it's up here between your shoulders, and then your bust is down on your belly. And people keep trying to tighten the straps to get more of a lift, and that all that does is give you really a pain in the neck. So go find your size, and that's not so hard to do. We're offering virtual fittings now. We can help you do that. So the 5-piece bra kit consists of whatever bra you wear every day to get dressed when you go about your business, you're going to work, whatever that bra is, you should have at least one in 2 colors. So whatever your nude tone is, and possibly a black. That can be a t-shirt bra, it could be a molded bra, it could be a spacer, it could be a seamed bra, whatever your everyday bra is, that's the first piece. Then we recommend the strapless, or a strapless convertible. And these days, so many straplesses can be worn with the strap positions in many different ways that, you know, if you're on a budget, buying one good convertible strapless bra will get you through a lot of problems, because then you could wear it with the straps. You can wear it with one strap around your neck like a halter. You can crisscross the straps in the back. You can do one shoulder and one shoulder crisscross. So it's an economical option, but straplesses are a huge part of our business, and we carry them up to J cups. You know, it took one company 20 years of research and development to make a bra that would work for J cups. We're also including adhesives now in the strapless category, because so many of the tops are cut out, very plungy in the front or low cut on the sides. There are now adhesive bras that'll work to support women up to an H cup. So if you're full busted, you can wear some of those full fashion that was not a possibility 10 years ago. The other bra would be a good sport bra, whatever fitness routine you have. If it's yoga or Pilates, you need something different than somebody who's kickboxing or horseback riding. So there's all different levels of activities that sport bras come in, and you should have at least one of those. And if you work out every day, you might want to get more than one. You know, you can wear your bra a couple of times, 2-3 times before you have to wash it. But if you sweat heavily, if it gets soiled, if you use a lot of body products, those all interact with the fibers of the bra and they eat away at it. So you want to make sure to wash those more frequently. The next piece would be something black and sexy, your little black bra, you know, for impromptu date, or when you're going out and you just want to feel a little special underneath whatever you're wearing. And it could also be something that's colorful and flirty and fun. And the last piece, but though for a lot of people these days since COVID, might be the everyday bra, is a non-wired leisure kind of bra. They don't give the same shape or support as a wired bra, but there's a bra we carry here in our shop called the Evelyn and Bobby Beyond Bra that is a seamless, molded, wire-free bra that gives lift, shape, and support comparable to an underwire. The fit is a little different, but it's overtaken almost every other bra in our shop to become our #1. It's designed for women with full busts, and they just do sizes from small to 3X. So it's an easy fit as well.
I I have a quick question for you, Lori, because I think recently in maybe the last year or so, I've been seeing a lot of advertising for what's called bralettes, but I've seen some women who have, really large chests wearing bralettes. So what do you recommend in terms of, is there a particular size that you should go up to wear a bralette? Because they're not exactly giving a lot of support. Or when would you recommend that someone consider something like a bralette?
Well, there's a lot of options now, there's a lingerie company named Cosabella that used to cater strictly to little girls, it's like if you were above a C cup, you couldn't wear anything in their line bra-wise. But now they've gone on to expand into curvy, extended sizes, and then beyond extended sizes. So you can buy bralettes for a plus size, a full figured plus size women. There are a lot of options that there weren't 3 years ago. And the best bet would be to go and try some on. And it depends on how much support you want. If you're going out in the world and you need to look a little bit polished and put together, the Evelyn and Bobby might be good for you. But if you're going to go sit in a movie theater or you're hanging out with the kids and you're just too big not to wear a bra, but you don't want to be constricted the same way you are during your work days, then a soft bralette might be the option for you.
Okay, good. Emma?
I'm sorry. What was your question?
No, I think she's done. Did you want to?
Oh, yes. Okay. No, I didn't want to interrupt. Absolutely. No, I just wanted to make sure that everyone know that I put in the chat the direct link to Bra Tenders, which is in New York, but you can be anywhere in the world. You can book a virtual consultation with Lori or one of her bra fairies. And I really, again, my personal experience, I will not buy bras that Lori does not recommend. I mean, you have changed my life. I mean, my back, just everything. And the thing is, no matter what you're wearing, whether it's a tank top, an evening gown, or something in between, nothing, absolutely nothing will fit right without the right bra. And of course, shapewear as well, which Linda also talks about in the chapter of What Lies Beneath. So Lori, thank you so much for joining us. Was there anything else that you wanted to say?
No, my customer just walked in, so I'm going to have to run.
Absolutely. All right. So
Nice
again,
to
once
see
again,
you
the
all.
fairy
Have a great
bra
day.
mother has graced us. So wave your magic wand
Bye.
and we will see you later. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, goodness. All right. So now that we have an idea of what lies beneath, Linda, did you want to do that fitting activity?
So
Yeah.
I want to share a little PowerPoint presentation that I have that really gives you some nuggets from every chapter of the book. So I'm going to quickly share my screen and hopefully everybody will be able to see it, hopefully. All right. So, of course, this is the cover of the book. And just so you know a little bit about how we got to this cover, the cover model is Shakiva Latrell, and she's actually the designer of the dress, Diva of a Spoiled, I think it's Diva of a Spoiled Diva. I offered a nationwide contest to have a dress on the cover of the book. And we received so many entries, right, Emma? So many entries. And
oh, many.
was just it. And I'm so glad because I didn't know until later that the model of the dress was also the designer of the dress. So very pleased to have her on board with us. But just so you know, I wanted to give a little bit of overview so that you know what is in the book. As we mentioned before, there's 11 chapters, everything from fashion basics to how do you choose the right swimsuit. We talked about what lies beneath because we wanted to have Lori in. Definitely shoes and accessories. As I mentioned before, we need to know where to find white calf boots from and shoes that go over size 11. And then, yes, I do have dressing for occasions, everything from where do you find a suit, right? It's so hard to find just a plus size suit. to what do you wear to a wedding? And then of course we talk about anti-aging skincare and makeup. And then I have a couple of really great chapters like ways to look 10 years younger. We all want that information, right? And then 10 fashion and beauty mistakes. And then I have a chapter in the back on essays and affirmations because I want you to be able to feel good. But what I want to do, one of the main sections in the book is called Fashion Basics. And I talk about this a lot because it is so important to know your body shape. What your body shape is really does determine how good clothes look on you. There's 4 different kinds of shapes, which we'll talk about in a second, but whether or not you're an apple or pear or banana or a hourglass, a dress could look totally different on a woman who's a pear shape like me because I'm really hippie than someone who's an apple shape that is maybe heavier throughout the waist and the bust. So it makes a difference. So this chapter covers body shape, also the best colors. Like any of you, have you ever heard somebody say to you, and you can give me a yes in the chat, girl, that's your color. That is your color. Right? And you wonder like, okay, why was it this color over another color? Well, it all has to do with your undertone and your skin tone. And we talk about that. And then we show you how to pull together a wardrobe and actually go over wardrobe capsules as well in that chapter. And then, let's see, right, what we're going to do now is because it is important to know your body shape, we have a little calculator that you use and you put in your shape, the measurements of your bust and your waist and then your hips. And that will give you what body shape you are. Hourglasses you can see is one. You can have a triangle where you're much hippier than you are. The dimensions in your hips are much larger than the dimensions in your waist proportionately. Then rectangular, your bust and your waist and your hip is typically the same measure. And then round or apple, you're fuller either in the middle and the top than you are on the hips. You're much slimmer in the hips. And this calculator, once you take your measurements, and those of you, if you brought that tape measure, you can take your measurements, right? Which Emma is going to do. And then you literally put your measurements into this body type calculator. And once you do that, it will tell you what your body shape is, right? And so you start with the bust, right? You take a tape measure. Let's look at Emma. She's using a tape measure to measure around the fullest size of her bust. And she's going to write down that number, right?
53.
Right, 53. And this calculator here is amazing. So I'm going to go to this calculator so that you know how it looks. I'm going to stop sharing and share again so that everybody sees this calculator because this calculator is really, truly phenomenal. So this calculator, I believe you said your bust was a 53.
53.
Okay, 53, right? And she's going to do measure her waist.
And I just wanted a side note on this as well. When you're taking your measurements, ladies, don't forget to also wear any kind of shapewear that you wear on a regular basis, or if you need specific measurements for a dress, you need to have whatever undergarments that you normally wear or that you're going to be wearing to make sure that the measurements are accurate. You remove the child here. Okay, so, yeah. So waist is 48.
48. And then?
Now hips are always the hardest part for me. So the hips are basically, you want to do kind of like where your pubic bone is.
And it's
right? A lot of people,
about 9 inches from your waist. So if you drop down 9 inches from your waist, you will typically get what your hip measure
right
to be.
Yeah, hips are a little bit tricky, especially to do it yourself. So my hips are about 56 and a half.
Okay, so was that, so they have hip size and then they have a high hip.
I'm sorry?
So they have a hip size and then they have a high hip size. So if it's about even, we can put in the same.
About even. Yeah, put 57 just to be on the safe side.
All right, let's see, 57. All right, so we hit the calculator, right? And so she has a rectangular shape, right? And so a rectangular shape means that she's fairly even between the bust and the waist and the hips. We also call that a banana, right? So this is important. We're going to stop sharing and start sharing the PowerPoint again. Now this becomes important, right? Because your shape size, she's a rectangle, right? Depends on what kind of clothes look best on you. So this is really important for all of you to do. You will have your calculator. Make sure you know your body shape. So I've given you just a couple of examples of like what looks good on you if you have a particular body shape. I am a pear. So again, my bust and my waist is a lot smaller than my hips. I'm very, very hippie. So for me, fit and flare, the first picture will look really great because I have a smaller waist and then it flares out over the hips. I always need extra room in my hips, right? An apple, right? An apple is when you are larger on the top and the waist and smaller through the hips. Any type of really beautiful prints look great on you. The hourglass, right? You're proportionate, right? Your bust and your hips are in proportion, and then you have a much smaller waist. So any type of like
by the way, Linda, I'm sorry to interrupt. My measurements, I just wanted to, so the waist was 48 and the hips were about 57.
right.
And the bust was what, 53?
53. And that came out in the calculator as rectangular, which means it's about the proportion, right? So it's not that it's the same exact measurement, but it's a proportion based on someone maybe who would be an hourglass and it would have a much smaller waist based on the hips.
Okay.
Right? So it's not like it's going to be the same exact measurement, but the difference between your waist and your bust measurement is just going to be smaller in number, whereas some people may have a 15-point gap between their waist and their bust. Yours is just going to be a little bit more similar.
Yeah.
So the
Awesome.
banana would be A-line skirts, right? So the banana would be the rectangular. So that means, and this would pertain to you, Emma, it means that you would look great in A-line skirts, and that's
Which I do love, yes.
which you wear a lot, and you look great.
I do, very much so.
What they're doing is they're helping to define your waist, right? When you are a banana shape. And I want to put this slide in here because Jasmine Bowdry is a stylist. She's a very good friend of mine. And she created a post on Facebook about Sherri Shepherd. Sherri Shepherd is heavier at the top, but she's almost the same size through her waist and her hips. And my friend Jasmine did a post saying that for somebody with Sherri's body shape, she would look better in an A-line dress. And she put the difference here between the orange outfit and the blue outfit. The blue outfit looks much better on her, right? It gives her a waist, a better defined waist. And she posted it on Facebook. And you can see that if you are someone with more of a banana shape, or even if you're heavier at the top, she was recommending that she wear A-line dresses. And as you can see, sure enough, the A-line dress looks much better on.
Much more flattering.
Much more
Awesome.
flattering. So this is important, right? So I think now, before we get into finding the signature style, which is another section of the book, it's giveaway time. It's time to give away a gift. So I'm going to give it over to you, Emma.
Awesome. So, we promised you giveaways, and here's the first one. So one of the valued book partners is Jibri, which is Jibri, made by Deborah Sterling. Deborah, are you here? I wasn't sure if she could be able to join us. Okay, she wasn't able to join us, but that's okay. You have a 25%, hold on, let me just make sure to get exact 25% off any purchase of $50 or more. And I am including both the website link to JibriOnline.com, and the gift code is gift25. So definitely take advantage of that, because you know it's almost spring and we've got like new wardrobes and new styles. It's going to be getting warmer. So now is the time to really take advantage of all of these giveaways. So we have the first one there. So again, it's gift 25 and the website is jabrionline.com. So just check in the chats for that.
And
But
that,
don't leave us yet. Make a note of it, but don't leave us yet, because we've got many, many, many more freebies to give away.
yes, yes, yes. And that's a gift for everybody. I feel like Oprah, like you get a gift certificate and you get a
Yes.
gift certificate and you get a gift certificate. So yes, everybody wins, right? They get that gift. So I'm going to move along really quickly because I want to share my screen again and get to this next little section here, because this is important too. As we look at, so finding your signature style, a lot of people say, well, Linda, I don't know what my signature style is. This section of the book literally helps you to determine the kinds of clothes you are. Some women are more comfortable in jeans, right, and pants. Other women love dresses. So you can take, right, your desire for how comfortable you are in clothing and build a wardrobe. Some of you might have heard about the wardrobe capsule. That's being able to create a certain number of pieces in a wardrobe and wearing them over and over again and mixing and matching, right? Also, the last thing I wanted to mention, because I can't give you everything from the book, is that wearing prints is so important as you mature. It's great to wear a lot of the monotone clothes, but prints just, they're cheery, right? They bring a lot of brightness to your complexion. And one thing I want to mention, don't be afraid of wearing leopard. Don't be afraid of wearing leopard, right? Those of you who wear leopard, you might not know, or maybe you don't wear leopard. Leopard is a neutral. It is a neutral color. That means you can wear it with anything, right? And so we have an example here. One of the dresses that's featured in the book, as well as one of our partners, Moonlight Serenade. This is one of her beautiful leopard dresses. And I know she was trying to come on with us, but I'm not sure. But we want to be able to have another giveaway because she's one of our fabulous partners in the book.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just shared the link for Moonlight Serenade apparel in the chat directly to the leopard outfit there. Obviously, this giveaway is good for any outfit, not just a leopard. So they are offering a 10% off any purchase, and the gift code, discount code, sorry, is Cultured Curves. So again, any giveaways, any discount codes, anything like that will be in the chats. So just make sure to kind of copy and paste those for later. Don't leave us yet. We got a lot to give away, but definitely check those out later. So Moonlight Serenade apparel.
And that is, again, that one is for everybody.
Yes.
Let's move along now. Swimsuits. This is a terrifying subject for some of you, right? But we are going to drill right into it. But the first thing I want you to see are the photos. As I mentioned, I was so blessed to work with so many different designers to be able to showcase their swimsuits. And when I say we are celebrating the curves, you can see that nowhere better than our swimsuit section. This is like our own little swimsuit issue, right? Because we really show you how to measure your body correctly for a swimsuit. It is different than how you measure for clothes. You may not know that, right? And then we give you different types of swimsuits, but also how do you find the right suit for, again, your body? Are you a pear shape? Are you an hourglass shape? Are you a banana shape? Are you an apple shape? And these are just some of the kinds of swimsuits that we showcase in the book. As you can see, that is me. That's an Esther Williams two-piece. You know, I will rock a two-piece in a minute. So that is an Esther Williams two-piece, my not so little polka dot bikini, right? So look, when I go on the beach, they get all of me, okay? They get all of me. So don't be afraid to rock your two-piece, okay? Now, as you can see at the bottom, we love to showcase cover-ups, right? So oftentimes you can find a swimsuit and a matching cover-up. So everything that you see, all of the images that you see, we have the information in the book where you can buy the garments for every single item that you see in the book. However, there are some of you who are more modest, and that is beautiful as well, right? You want a little bit more cover up. So I discovered a swimsuit company by the name of Calypsa, and they were so generous. They sent me so many different images that I could use, because sometimes you want a swim dress. Sometimes you want your arms covered. What you see there, that tunic, the blue and white tunic, that is a swim tunic, right? It goes right below, right above the knee. And it is swimwear, right? It is fade resistant. It is moisture wicking. And she has her arms covered, because some of you who don't like to be in the sun, this is a perfect outfit for you. So we wanted to make sure that there was an option to provide swimsuits for everybody, whether or not you're okay with rocking the two-piece, or maybe you want a one-piece, which is the most popular swimsuit of all time, is the one piece. Or if you want, you're more modest, so you want your sleeves or your arms covered, right? And then if you have a larger chest, right, we wanted to make sure that we offered swimsuit choices for you as well. So a lot of these designers, all of these designers are featured in the book. And I think I just had one more thing I wanted to say about swimsuits. So I have a section in the book called Shape Solvers. So some of you, if you have a larger bust, you have difficulty finding swimwear that fits you. So I have a whole list of tips and guidelines. One I want to say is bra sizing. So if you do have a larger bust, you want to try to find a swimsuit that is sized like a typical bra. Some swimsuits come in 3X, 4X, extra large, but there are swimsuits that are created according to your bra. And those are the swimsuits that you really want to focus on buying, right? Especially if you have a larger chest, like the young lady in the picture. That swimsuit is from another one of our partners, Curvy Bombshell. Now, let's say you have a larger tummy, right? And you want to be able to camouflage your tummy a bit. Ruffles, right? We recommend you buying a swimsuit with ruffles right down the front, because they do a great job of bringing the eye to the ruffles, and you're able to camouflage if you have a larger tummy. Now, what if you have an ample bottom like me, right? We recommend a swim dress, and swim dresses typically flare out over the bottom so that you have, great movement, but some of you have the coverage that you want. So that's a special section in the book that specifically talks about shape solvers. If you want to address a particular issue that you have, or issue that you think you have in your body, which we'll talk about that later, you can buy swimsuits accordingly. And Emma, Catherine Schuller Schuller is coming in now.
Absolutely.
I just admitted her. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, because I'm going to toss it back over to Emma, and then we're going to give away some more prizes.
Before I do that, I just wanted to call everyone's attention to the chat. I posted the website links for both Calypsa and also Curvy Bombshell swimwear, so in the chat. So definitely check those out later. So Miss Catherine Schuller, are you in the house? Hello?
There she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
Hello. Oh, where is she? Where is she?
There she is. I can see her. She's on
You see her?
mute right now.
Catherine, can you unmute yourself?
All right, I'm unmuted.
There
Sorry.
she is.
In
So
full
everyone,
force.
yes, everyone should actually curtsy or bow to this woman right here. Her name is Catherine Schuller, and she is what I call the inclusivity queen, pioneer, whatever you, I mean, she was part of, she rocked inclusivity long before inclusivity was ever a thing. So welcome. So just a little background on Catherine. Catherine was hired as one of the very first plus size models in New York and went on to make a career out of helping women accept their bodies. She was signed with the special sizes division of Ford Models in 1988 when the plus size industry was still in its infancy. And she said, we created a movement. We were large, loud, and proud. She teaches a plus size course at FIT, which is Fashion Institute of Technology. She was the creator of Runway the Real Way. Catherine, what year was Runway the Real Way?
It still is. I created
But
that
when
in
did you start it? Yes.
2010.
Oh, wow.
I
2010.
yeah.
So monthly fashion diversity brunch.
Yep.
And she is also the creator of Cosmoda, Cosplay Runway. And she says, imagine if Comic-Con and had a baby with Fashion Week. So Catherine really is unstoppable. Inclusivity is her middle name. And she has been, I mean, we would not be where we are today without her. Truly.
Thank you.
I believe that 100%.
Thank you,
So we
Em.
just wanted to bring you on and honor you. And one part of the book, actually, I do want to also call out is the Industry Icons book. So Catherine, of course, Terri Murray, Gwen DeVoe, who is the creator of Full Figured Fashion Week. So all of the women that we really owe such a huge thank you to are in the book as well. So just wanted to call out that because, I mean, really, everyone focuses on like, oh, we still need this, we still need that, still need that. Okay, yes, we have a ways to go. And we just really also have to acknowledge how far we have come.
Yeah.
You know, with the help of women like you. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Yes.
Still going strong.
Yes, still
A
going
lot of work
strong.
to do. A lot of work
What
to
would
do.
you, yeah, if you had to kind of like really boil it down, what would be the biggest change that you've seen in the plus size mature market in the last, say, 10 years?
Yeah, that's the slow dinosaur. There's so I used to call, when I was with Mode magazine, we used to call the young girls bodied because they really were very, very accepting of their bodies. And now as you're getting older, there's more things that you've grown to dislike about your body and to reject. And it's a lot of layers on top of that. So the woman who's mature really needs guidance, because either she doesn't know who she is or she's given up finding out who that is. And I think one of the biggest strides is getting the industry to recognize that we aren't frumpy, that we love fashion, and I consider us kind of dramatic divas, you know, because we should dress like the gravitas that we represent. And I think having those role models is very, very important, because there's a lot of young bodied individuals who are now able to coast on the coattails of what we created in the 80s and 90s, and they don't realize that, you know, we are now older and we've grown into a role that we you know, and it's inclusivity and diversity. So it's all ages, sizes, shapes, genders, heights, ethnicities. So everyone needs to look good in any size and any age. So I think getting the customer, and that's where the money is. The money is with the older.
Hello.
Yeah.
We want to give you money. Take our money.
Yeah. And she needs to do things more appropriately, because just because you can button it doesn't mean you should buy it. And
that's a good rule of thumb. I like that.
So I've always been kind of an advocate for that. And also I have a charity for women with diabetes who started by Luther Vandross's executive director. So I'm a proponent of, you know, being a great, it's not, come on girls, get as big as you want, we've got clothes for you. I don't want to ever say that that's what my message is. So I'm all about health and about appropriate dressing. And I think, you know, I think, you know, being in your 50s and 60s is a great time to show the world not only that you've accepted your size, but you've accepted your style.
Yeah.
And really work that style. and work it. And don't go out the door without some fabulous outfit on, because everyone will say, oh, look, she's let herself go. Oh, look, poor her, so you don't want the world to pity you. You want the world to be to path to you and say, what's she got going on that I need to know? And that's our maturity. That's the maturity that we bring to the table and I never say, when I was your age in the 80s, we did this way. I'm not
My
a finger.
day.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I just, I'm inclusive, and I need to be inclusive in all that means. Like, tell me there's new things happening every day. And that's how I think, my maturity has allowed me to to stay relevant. So I love to be relevant. I love to stay relevant. And, that means staying active. So, keep your health up, keep your movement up, keep everything that has allowed you to get to where you are now going. So Dick Van Dyke says, I exercise so that I can stay ambulatory. So that's what I do. I exercise to stay ambulatory. So it's all with a purpose now. It's all with a purpose. So I am so grateful to have been in this business since 1981. I first joined the business in 81, and then I probably modeled up until about 93. Ford didn't renew my contract in 93, and I had just gotten married to Mark from Marvel Comics. And so I was kind of into starting a family if I could, and, a whole different aspect of my life. We bought a house up in the country, and I was going to kind of back off. And then Mark passed away suddenly in 1996. So all the plans were, okay, I'm back in the city. So
Plan B.
Yep, plan B. And it's not what happens to you, it's your attitude towards it. So I
Like that.
did a lot of work with widow groups, and like the wacky widow that I was, keeping Mark's legendary status at Marvel Comics alive. And now his fans are older, and they are producing me now, because they love harking back to the time that Mark stimulated their imaginations as young kids. And so I do all kinds of things with the fans now. So it's just, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, you just add to the bath and keep the baby swimming.
Keep that baby swimming. So I shared in the chat Catherine's Instagram account. So of course everyone follow her to know where the baby's swimming next. Because she's always got new events for all sizes, ages, genders, everything. It really is one of the most inclusive people that I've ever known. And also I've put in the chat the link to Cultured Curves, of course, because we want to make sure that you follow Cultured Curves on Facebook and Instagram and everything. And of course, when the book does become available, Linda will be blasting that out, so you will stay in the know. So definitely follow these lovely ladies on Instagram and Facebook and everything that they have as well.
And congratulations on the book, Linda. I'm really excited to help promote it. I've got some ideas, and I really think that this is such a niche that needs to be celebrated and elevated and integrated. And
thank you so much. And everyone, you see why I have her in the book as an industry icon, because she was one of the first. She truly did. She's being modest, but I tell you, she paved the way for so many other models and some of the industry standards that we see now that are supportive of the plus size world. So thank you for being in the book, and thank you for hopping on today. You're just a wealth of knowledge. So thank you so much.
Yep. All right, so moving on, Linda, what do we have next?
All right, so I'm going to share my screen again, because we are at the next chapter. We've gone through let me just mention really quickly, we went through the exercise, but there is a new post in the Culture Curves blog that talks about definitely 5 must-have bras for a perfectly perky match. So be sure that you are subscribing to the Culture Curves blog. We've gone through here. All this information is in a book so that when you measure your bust and your brand and your cup size, you will know what size bra to get. We recommend, however, that you absolutely get that professional bra fitting because it will make a difference. As I said before, for those of you who are just coming on, 80% of women wear the wrong size bra, and we're on to chapter 5 where we talk about shoes, hats, and accessories. And did you know that 88, yes, 88% of women wear shoes that are too small? There is no such thing as I need to break in these shoes. Your shoes should be fitting. And I see some of you laughing. These shoes should be fitting from the moment that you put them on. They should be comfortable, right? And in this chapter, for those of you like me who I don't think I ever wear stilettos, but for those of you whose knees are saying, I don't think so, there are shoes that are called kitten heel shoes, which I swear by because they make your legs look sexy. The heels are about 1.5 inches. And I have to say, I am so honored. The shoe that you see, which is also on the back page of the book, is called Crystal Embellishments, the Dorsey Pump, and it is by the renowned designer Bagley Mishka. If you watch the Oscars or the Emmys, you will see his designs on the red carpet, and they gave me special permission to utilize their shoe on the cover of my book. They were so gracious, and I'm so thankful that they were supportive of what I'm doing. Because oftentimes, as you know, it's very hard to get some of the, the New York Fashion Week runway designers to be inclusive about who they work with. But these shoes come in large sizes, and they're one of our featured partners in the book. But all of you definitely consider kitten heels if those knees won't hold up to those stilettos anymore. Consider the kitten heels, and also I feature wide calf boots. Now, most stores, when they say they have wide calf boots, they may fit up to like maybe a size 17 or a size 18-inch wide calf. My calf is a 21-inch calf, right? So I need boots that are going to fit my calf. And so it is rare that you can find a store that will offer wide calf boots up to a 24-inch. And I have featured in the book a few stores that will carry true wide calf boots, right? So we absolutely want to make sure that we are getting actually we want to be able to get a professional shoe fitting as well. That is really, really critical. You typically have to go to like a specialty store or even an athletic shoe store to get the appropriate fit for your feet. But I implore you to please go get a professional shoe fitting, because again, most of you are wearing shoes that are too small, and it could be in the width, right? It could be in the length. It just depends, right? But no, for wearing those shoes that are pinching those toes. And for those of you who have the dreaded bunions, yes, you need to wear shoes that literally are going to compensate for the fact that you have a couple of bunions, right? I mean, we're keeping it real today, right? So whatever you do, please get that professional shoe fitting. But again, this is the accessories, and I just want to mention, I'm so proud. If you know of the designer, Harlem's Heavenly Hats, her hats is a Black-owned designer. Her hats are featured on the cover of Vogue magazine. Once again, oh, she was so gracious. I have such phenomenal partners. She was gracious to allow us to showcase, several of her hats in the book. So you don't want to miss out on that at all. But I also have a couple of other shoes that are considered kitten heel. So kitten heel shoes are about 1.5 inches wide. They're typically no higher rather than about 1.5 inches. But as you can see, they can be, extremely sexy. So, definitely we don't want to leave those out. And I think right now we are going to go over to Emma again. I know we're going to do some type of a hat contest, but I don't know if the store is here, but if not, we are going to give away more prizes. It's giveaway time. It's giveaway time.
Yes, it is. Okay, so we need to know who follows Cultured Curves on social media. Do we have that survey, Linda, or are we just taking note from people?
No, we're just taking notes.
Okay.
I wanted to know who was I think following the longest, who's been following Culture Curve
Yes.
the longest, and that means you get the blogs, right? I usually send out maybe 2 or 3 blogs a month. It means you're getting the blogs, and maybe you follow the social media accounts. There's an Instagram account, there's a Facebook group, and a Facebook page. So let me know who is following all of the social media sites. So again, there's a Facebook page, there's an Instagram page. You sign up right to the e-newsletter. I saw one hand. Let's see.
And you can unmute yourselves if you want to say, hey, I've been following for
Yes,
a year,
unmute
2 years,
yourself.
whatever.
Yes,
Unmute yourself.
I saw Rose Morgan raise her hand. Rose, do you want to unmute and say a few words about what you're getting from following the Culture Curves?
Hi, yes, good afternoon. Now, I apologize. I've been on 2 different Zooms right now, and then I went to watch you on Facebook. So one Zoom is done, and now I'm back here on Zoom. But I get a lot of information because I am a plus size, mature woman, and I believe I met Emma a couple of years ago
I think
during the
so, yeah.
other, Full Figure Fashion Week. I believe it was through there with Gwen DeVoe. You remember
Oh,
her? You know
yes.
her. Yes.
Oh,
So
of
I've met
course.
you a couple of years ago, but I do get a lot of information. I am starting to develop my style. And I've been
All
following a
right.
lot of plus size bloggers, influencers, just to help me along that line.
Awesome.
So I
And
am
just
following you on Facebook as well as Instagram, and I have the newsletter.
Oh, excellent, excellent. All right.
anyone
And I
else?
tried to get the book this morning off Amazon, but I couldn't find it. It's not showing up yet.
Right. So I mentioned earlier,
Okay.
we're making Country Time lemonade out of lemons because we were told by Amazon that the book will likely not be available until Monday. I'm waiting to
Okay.
hear back from them at any moment. So as I mentioned before, it is worth the wait. It is worth
Okay.
the wait. So more than likely, we'll send out a notice when it's actually live, but there were some technical difficulties. So it should be Monday or even sooner, more than likely
Okay.
tomorrow, but we'll let everybody know.
Okay. Thank you. I'll look out for it. Thank you.
And don't forget, everyone, all these, social media outlets and everything that Linda's talking about, I posted in the chats the Facebook group. So you will literally be the first people who know about the latest and greatest in, the mature curvy world. So follow that completely free. No spammy. There's no spammy. You're not going to get every 5 minutes, none of that. She's only posting what is truly relevant, what you say you want to hear.
All right.
I'll make sure to do that. Yeah.
So I think we have a prize for Rose because Rose has been following all of the social media sites. Do you have that, Emma? If not, I have something.
We were going to do a free book for Rose for whoever's been following her. So Rose, you can also, make sure Linda has your address. I mean, it has your, if you're following email and everything, you already have that. Just want to make sure to do that. So you will be one of the first people to actually get this book.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Lucky you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So yes, just
Absolutely.
make sure you send us your address and we'll get that to you as soon as it's available.
Do you want me to send it through Zoom right now directly to you?
Yes, you can. That would be
Okay.
great.
I
And
will.
before
Thank
we
you.
move on, I want to acknowledge LaVesha Draper. She has her hand up. If you could unmute, she's one of the models, and I think I pointed her out earlier. She is one of the models in the book. She is modeling an outfit by a Cleveland designer, Diane Liston of NGU Design. So This is LaVesha. LaVesha, if you want to unmute and just maybe say hello to everybody. She is a curvy working model. So you're welcome. You're welcome to, if you want to unmute and say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is an amazing format. I just want to say I have obtained so much knowledge and wisdom from you all. And I'm so impressed and I'm so happy right now because the time is now for this curvy takeover. We've been hidden behind the scenes, and I came on the scenes maybe 7, 8 years ago, being a plus size model, and I'm over 50. So I am elated, to say the least, about the opportunity to be a part of this great movement, with the curvy women and everything like that. I want to give a shout out and thank you to all the designers that I ever graced the stage for, who allowed me to model their garments. Diane Linston, the one who outfit I'm modeling for the book, I should say. And I'm excited. I'm just so excited about the whole movement. So I salute you for being a trailblazer, Linda, for putting this out there, letting the world know that we are here. We're here to stay. I will be in the Curvy Girl Convention coming up in Cleveland, Ohio, in March 30th, with a lot of other curvy women in Cleveland. So I'm just excited, and I'm happy to meet and network with all of you ladies. And I think I left my Facebook credentials in the chat. I am also following your page, and it's so much information on your page. I didn't even know when you had won the award at the full figure event. I was like, wow, it's a whole world out there. So I'm ready to tap into it and go to another level. So I thank you. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you, LaVesha, for your words. That is so inspiring when I hear about women whose lives are being changed, who for whom I'm able to just give just a snippet of information that I know. The fact that it's being utilized and is helping, that is fantastic. And she mentioned the Curvy, I think it's the Curvy Con or Curvy Girl Con convention that's coming up March 30th. I will be a speaker there. I will be providing a presentation on body positivity. That's in Cleveland. So if you have that information, LaVesha, you can just drop it into
Yes.
chat.
Yes,
Actually, I
will.
beat you to it. I beat you to it. So
And-
the Eventbrite page for the Curvy Girl Convention, and I
and
also
I-
dropped the link for the Styles of Imagination, because
Thank
that is
you.
one of the book
Thank
partners
you
as
so
well,
much.
by Miss Diane Linston.
Yes,
So
and if I may interject and add, we're doing a fundraiser for the convention on February 24th. It will be a brunch, and I will be one of the guest speakers. Also at the convention, if you get a VIP, well, the brunch, let me rewind. The brunch tickets are on sale now for only $35. And then if you come to the convention, ladies, if you get a VIP ticket, you can add on. I'm doing a workshop as well on confidence, and it's an inside job. So not only am I a model, but I have my own brand, and it's called Classy, Confident, and Curvy Ladies. So if you get a VIP ticket, add me on for free. It's absolutely free to add my workshop on.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
See you at the convention.
Yes, I will. A matter of fact, I'm gonna drop my stuff again, or she already dropped it in the chats, and I'm on my way to rehearsal now. So I'm gonna get ready to get off and get ready to go to the rehearsal.
Well, thank you. Thank you for hopping on and joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
fantastic. All right.
All right.
Next.
Okay, next, let's see. Let me share again. Yes. Chapter 6 is all about, let me move that out of the way, is all about dressing for occasions, right? It could mean business wear or casual wear, right? If you want to put on a pair of jeans, that's fine. They just need to fit. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second, right? You need to have on jeans that fit. That is probably one of the main concerns I get when I hear from plus size women is that they cannot find jeans that fit. Either the jean will fit in the hips, but you have that gap in the waist, right? Because it doesn't fit in the waist, or they're just not made for really curvy women and they're too tight in the thighs. Or we're going to talk about jeans. There's a whole section on jeans in the book. And then athleisure wear, right? You can be casual and still look great. There's a whole section on athleisure wear. And then, of course, we have to include formal wear, because if you are invited out to walk the red carpet, and I've been blessed to walk a number of red carpets, you want to look good. Even if you maybe are attending a wedding, that's a formal affair. You want to know, where do you go to get formal wear? That's another question that I get a lot. Where do I go to get a ball gown, to get formal wear for my plus size figure? So these are some of the key points that are covered in chapter 6, but I really just want to focus on jeans because, again, oh my gosh, I get so many comments and complaints about where do I find jeans that fit. So want to give you a few gems here. These are the keys to finding like the perfect jean. 4 different areas: cut, rise, wash, and spandex, right? So cut means what kind of cut do you have with the jean? Is it boot cut? Is it a skinny jean? Is it just a straight leg jean? Is it a wide leg jean? Is it a flare leg jean, which is different than wide leg? Is it a boyfriend jean, or is it a mom's jean, right? What I have found is that the jean that is absolutely the most flattering universally is the boot cut. And Emma is wearing a pair of boot cut jeans where they go in at the knee area, but they span out just a bit, right? Just a bit.
Hold on, let me make sure I can
Not
see.
wide leg. It's not flare leg because it's still fitted through the thigh, but from the knee to the bottom, right? It's really cut for if you wear boots, so it's larger. It gives you more room in the leg. And no matter your body shape, right, which you talked about earlier, a boot cut jean is going to look great on you as it looks great on Emma. So also, you need to know how to measure for your inseam. And in order to do that, you need to have a tape measure, because that really does absolutely have an effect on how great your jeans are going to fit. You have to know your inseam, right? Because there are some jeans, right, that are made for petites. Probably didn't know that. And there are some jeans that are made for tall women. And I give you, right, a list of those particular retailers in that Culture Curves retail guide in the back of the book. Like everything is in there that you could possibly want. So measuring your inseam is important. And Emma is showing you, like, how do you measure your inseam? It comes under the crotch and you take it all the way down to the bottom of the floor, or where you think, right, you're going to be, goes to the ankle, where you think you're going to be wearing your jeans. And you take that inseam, and every single jean, right, you want to be careful about this. Every single jean should let you know what the inseam is, right? So that when you get it, there's no surprises, and it's not too long, not too short. You will know exactly whether or not it is the right fit for you. So I have a big section on jeans in the book, and I have a blog post called 4 Simple Steps to Finding the Perfect Size Jean. That is in my Culture Curves blog. And I just want to give a shout out to one of our book partners, which is Macy's. And everybody knows Macy's. And the area on jeans will allow you to see the many kinds of jean products that Macy's in particular carries when it comes to the cut, the rise, the wash, and the spandex, right? And the more spandex, right, that's included in that jean, of course, the more comfortable that fit is going to be. All right, so I think I'm going to do something a little different, Emma, because I want to hear from at least one or two people that are with us, because jeans are such a difficult subject. If you have found, right, a pair of great fitting jeans for your curves, why don't you unmute yourself and tell us the brand or maybe where you got them from? Again, if you've been able to conquer that beast and find like the great fitting jean, then let us know. Where did you buy it from, and in particular, what is the brand? Anybody? Has anybody been able to find jeans that they feel like fit them? I see some people shaking their heads like, no. No, not.
It's Catherine Schuller. I like Universal Standard.
Excellent.
So they're a plus size line. Universal Standard. Their jeans are excellent, and they're very. I hate to use the word slimming, but they are very effective in that department.
And Universal Standard is listed in our Culture Curves retail guide. They are definitely one of the retailers that we provide, because yes, they do provide not just jeans, but a wide range of clothing. And they go up to, I believe, Catherine, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they go up to a 6X now. I know they were going up to 4X, but I think they go up to a 6X now.
Yeah, and they also have a program that if you lose weight, you can trade them in. You can trade in. So they, lose or gain weight. They have a kind of not a buyback, but it's it's more sustainable because they don't want you to throw things away, and clothes are not garbage and things like that. So their sustainability initiative is very recommendable too.
Excellent. Well, this is another reason, because I'm seeing some of the faces like, I need help with these jeans. So this is another opportunity for you to dive into that chapter, because I go through the steps that you need to use to find really great jeans.
Just a heads up, by the way, Universal Standard, I put not only the link there, but they are having a today only sale, 30% off. So with the code there, Phil, PHIL 30. So little heads up on that. I personally love Lane Bryant jeans. That's still my go-to. And we have Catherine to thank for that as well. Because Catherine
I did the right fit. Yeah.
Yes. So she actually helped to develop the right fit program. Just a teensy bit on that, Catherine, because it's so important.
Yeah, well, they were very much behind the differentials in the body. So we created these jeans that were curvy blue, curvy red, and curvy yellow. So you were either an hourglass, or you were more of a pear or triangle, or you were straight up and down. So I measured about 25,000 people with this scanner. And we bounced down the data, and we created these jeans that fit the body a different one, because not every size 14 is an hourglass. Not every size 16 is bottom heavy, or pear or triangle. So they realized that there's three different body types at least, but it really started the whole effort. And yeah, so that was the first kind of avatar thing that I did with the industry back in the 90s. And it's I use avatars now, even with the other things that I'm doing, because it's just a great way to measure yourself and have yourself have a body buddy that you can use and measure it, and you don't have to take the tape measure out all the time, because they're landing points on your body. So be prepared for the industry sizing to change, because I've been working with Humanmetrics, and the sizing charts are getting updated, and we're revamping them even as we speak.
Yes, I tell you,
Please, I have clothes in my closet from size 14 to 24 and everything fits.
Right.
If you can make that better.
Yep. Standardization is key, and it will help in the returns
Ugh.
too, because I'm more sustainable. And if you buy the right jean, and you have to buy 3 or 4 pairs to find that jean, it's cumbersome and it's bad for the environment, because the carbon footprint with mailing and shipping is so impactful. So if you order the right fit, you'll probably wear them, not return them, and love them. And love clothes last.
excellent, excellent. And
Amen to that.
for me, the one pair of jeans that I bought that fit better than any other pair of jeans I've ever bought was from Dia and Company. So Dia and Company, DIA ampersand CO,
Yep.
Dia and Company. So again, I tried to include retailers and online stores in the book that maybe some of you have never heard of before, but they provide just a phenomenal range of sizes when it comes to jeans. So I like Dia and Company. All right, so let's move right along. We are getting to the end here. All right.
Actually, I'm sorry, before you move along, we do have another giveaway.
Yes, we love.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so while we talked about jeans a lot, this chapter is also about special occasions, what to wear to a wedding, for, a black tie event, whatever. And one of the book partners is Terri Murray Collection. And this weekend only, today and tomorrow, do not drag your feet. 50% off everything. I
Wow.
don't think she's ever done this before.
That
So
is.
Bye. I'm
this
leaving.
event only. So I'm putting right now, there's no discount code, like everything just on the website. So the link is tmccollection.com. Do
Woo.
not rest on that. 50.
I will be headed there afterwards
Yes.
because oh my God, I cannot even explain. She's featured in the book under the special occasion. She creates some of the most phenomenal gowns you've ever wanted to see.
Let me see if I can find a picture of the one she made for me. Oh my gosh, it was heaven. I got so many compliments on it.
Designer, she will custom make for you if you need a custom made garment. She is she is really incredible. And I know she wanted to try to be here with us today, but she let us know that she's offering this phenomenal percentage off to help us celebrate and look great. And I'm still not believing it's 50% off like every
50. Like she never does this. So
once you go on there, your mind is going to be blown because her collection is just phenomenal. And she is a designer, so she does release collections. Just really incredible. And just one of the sweetest people too. She's just an angel. So
okay, so I found just a little hold on, where's the I just want to show, I love this this top. So I'm putting, so me in the purple.
Okay, you can share your screen now.
I didn't, I just put it in the chat.
Look at that.
Yes. So that was at another event with one of my other designer friends, Anissa Bright. But this dress was from Terri Murray, and I got amazing compliments on it. So just to give you a little sampling of what she can do.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So 50 this weekend only. Come Sunday night, gone.
On that for sure. All right, so let me go back to, there we are. That's not it, the presentation where I left off. Oh, we don't want that one, we want this one. All right. Let me make sure, can everyone see the screen?
We're looking at just you. We don't have the presentation.
Let me exit out. Oh, it's trying not to let me exit out. Let's see. Zoom is giving me a hard time today. Okay, I think it's stuck on my screen. It is not. I need to minimize the screen and it's not letting me minimize the screen. There's a key that you can hit to minimize the screen because it seems to be, I think it seems to be like stuck on this. Oh, that's not good, especially if you can't see it. You can continue on, Emma, while I try to get.
Okay, sure. Okay. So we are actually going to talk next about skincare. And this is actually kind of near and dear to my heart as well, because before I had Medeiros Fashion PR, I am also a licensed esthetician, and I worked for 10 years in Sephora in the skincare department. So this was, you know, a labor of love for me on many, many different levels. So skincare, the top points we wanted to talk about were excuse me, the different products that are necessary for a complete anti-aging regimen. And we have a little contest for our next giveaway where we want you guys, everyone, to guess how many skincare products should be in your anti-aging regimen. So just put in the chat now how many skincare products you think are necessary for a complete skincare, anti-aging skincare regimen.
We're back up and running.
Everyone do that right now while Linda is still pulling up her.
Okay.
So if you think 3, 4, 12, 20, whatever number you think is necessary for a complete skincare, anti-aging skincare regimen.
Drop it into the
put
chat.
those in the chat, yes.
Drop it in.
And whoever gets it or is closest will get a prize.
What do we think? What do we think? I think we have, let's see. All right, so I think we're done there. So I'm going to share my screen and show you, since this has decided to start working again. All right, skincare. So let me share my screen. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back up and running. So let me get to skincare and here. All right. Why did it pop me all the way back there? All right, let's get to skincare. Oh, Zoom just has decided that it's going to give me a hard time. All right, let's see. How many skincare products? This is the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I believe someone said 5.
A couple of people said 6, actually.
Oh, 6. Okay. Who said 6? Someone said 6?
2 people said 6. So Rose Morgan and also Gail Kersner said 6. So those were the closest.
Yay, 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 yay.
All
So
right.
are the winners. So in the skincare, we are talking about anti-aging, right? We have more mature skin that requires a routine. And that's the one thing you have to know, is that you need a routine day and night, right? When you have more mature skin. As I mentioned before, I will be 61 in a few months, and I swear by moisturizers. I can't say this enough. Moisturizing, right? But that's just a part of the skincare line. We want to start with sunscreen. And yes, it does not matter your complexion. You need protection from the sun. That is important, right? Whether it's the sun's rays or tanning beds, they both can be harmful. And what we need to know, and in doing research for the book, it made sense, but I never thought about, is that people think, oh, it's a cloudy day, so I can go without my sunscreen. Well, did you know that the sun is still shining, right? And the clouds do not block all of the rays of the sun. So even if it is a cloudy day, you still need protection from the sun. So we have sunscreen, we have, of course, cleansers, right? You need to cleanse your skin, and then you need to follow it with toner, which helps to refine your skin. Then, depending upon the type of skin you have, you may want an exfoliator, right? If you need to shed the dead skin. We know that our skin sheds flakes every single day, so we want to make sure that we are exfoliating. And then we love the mask, whether you use it every other day or weekly. There are times when you need to deep cleanse your skin, and nothing is going to deep cleanse your skin like a mask. Then we have serums. Serums are different from creams, right? Because typically they have a high concentration of ingredients. I love using serums because I like to get right to the meat of the product, and that's what a serum will do. And then, of course, we have moisturizers. Remember, day and night, they do two different things. The night moisturizers allow the time for which you are sleeping to absorb further into your skin. Day moisturizers are a lot thinner because typically you're wearing them sometimes under makeup, or you can wear them without makeup, but it's a lot less heavy. And then, oh my goodness, one of the first signs of aging that we have where is around the eye. So we know we need a special product. Please don't just think you can use your day moisturizer or your night moisturizing cream. You need something special for the eyes because the eye area is very, very delicate. I have sensitive skin. I can't use any product with oil in it. So don't think just because you have mature skin that you have to pile on tons and tons of oil. I cannot use products with oil, but I still keep my skin moisturized. But around the eye area, which is very sensitive, you need a special type of product. And last but not least, we need to take care of our lips, right? Yes, there are exfoliators. We want those lips to be nice and soft. And as you mature, right, they can be drier. And just one word of caution, because I know the big thing now is matte lipsticks, right? I use matte lipsticks. But if you're going to use a matte lipstick, make absolutely sure that you always use either a moisturizing matte lipstick. Yes, it does exist. Juvia's Place is one that carries moisturizing matte lipsticks, or just use a moisturizing lip balm underneath your matte lipstick, right? So yes, you have scrubs also, you have primers, right? You want to be able to prime your lips before you start to put on your lip care and then your lipstick, because as we get older, it's very easy for our lips to dry out. So we want to make sure that they remain nice and soft and kissable. Yes. All right. So
Okay, sorry, just to interrupt. I had put the Juvia's Place
yes.
link in the chats as well. I had sent both Rose and Gail their special prize, which is from Fashions by Fowler. So even though those two ladies were the special ones that got the prize from Fashions by Fowler, I wanted to make sure that everyone actually had the link because they are definitely a big part of the book as well. So I just wanted to add that there. And Sephora has a skincare quiz to get you started on the different skincare products that are best for you. I can't count how many times in the 10 years I was with Sephora that someone said to me, "Oh, what's the best skincare?" Whatever. I'm like, well, this depends on what's best for you.
Right.
So take the quiz is a really good place to start. So just want to put that out there.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. And the last chapter that we are going to talk about and share a few nuggets from, let me make sure that's on the right section there, is makeup.
Woo!
Makeup is one of the largest chapters in the book because there's a lot to talk about. And the one thing that I think is most important if you are going to wear makeup is knowing your undertone. Most people know what their skin tone is, right? And there's a chart, whether you're fair or medium or tan or coffee or chocolate, you know your skin tone. But what you have to understand is what is your undertone, because that will make the difference as to whether or not your makeup looks good on you. So if you don't wear the right kind of makeup for your undertone, the makeup could turn orange or it may seem ashy. There are makeup brands now that provide you with not only the right skin tone, but the right undertone in order to buy a particular shade. Estee Lauder is one. Juvia's Place, which is a Black-owned cosmetic company. They are fabulous. They have makeup that will give you not only the recommended undertone, but the skin tone as well. And so this is how you find your undertone, because look, there could be a woman who is fair. There could be a woman who is maybe have a beautiful chocolate tone, and you could have the same undertone. So you could have different skin tones, but you can share the same undertone. So typically in your undertones, there are, let me move this over here. There's 5 different tests, right, to determine what your undertone is. And typically you can find in the fashion basics section, either it's warm or cool or neutral. So either you have a warm undertone or a cool undertone or neutral. So these are 5 little tests that are in the chapter. One, for example, is a vein test. One is a silver or gold jewelry test. So for example, do you look better in silver jewelry, which means typically you have a cool undertone, or gold jewelry, meaning you have a warm undertone, or if you look great in either, you have a neutral undertone. There's a hair and eye test. There's a suntan test. If you suntan very easily, you're prone to burning. Typically you have a cool undertone. If it takes you a while to tan, typically you have more of a warm undertone. White versus non-white, right? If you look great in white, but you wonder like, why can't I wear non-white? Why doesn't non-white or like the ecru or the off-white clothes look better on me? Probably because you have a cool undertone. So if you have a warm undertone, you look great in whites, right? If you have a cool undertone, you look great in like your off-whites. If you're neutral, you look great in both. Right now, though, we're going to do a little test. I want you to do the vein test, right? I want you to look at the veins, right in your wrist area. Look at really look at the colors, because they are a specific color no matter your skin tone, right? If your veins are green, if they are green, you have a warm undertone. If they are blue, you have a cool undertone. If they are purple, you have a neutral undertone. So put into the chat, what were you able to find out? If your veins are green, you have a warm undertone. If they are blue, you have a cool undertone. If they are purple, you have a neutral undertone, right? My veins tend to be, I mean, you probably can't see them from here, but they are like, I wish I could hold this. They are green, like they are like super green, right? So I have a warm undertone. So I want to stop sharing really quickly. And I want to find out what were you able to find out? Regina, yours is green. You're warm. Emma, Emma says, I'm blue. I'm cool as a cucumber, right? Gail is warm, right, Gail? I want to give Gail a shout out. Gail was my marketing assistant when I worked for Jetson Press for, oh my gosh, about 10 years. She was amazing. Cheryl has green, so that's warm. Gail has green, warm. Felicia has green, warm. Excellent. So now you know, right? And you can always do those those other tests too that are in the book just to confirm. But the vein test is just almost a surefire one, right? The color, because you probably never looked to even see, right, what color your veins were, but they tell a lot about what kind of makeup you should be wearing, right? You probably didn't know that. They tell a lot about what kind of makeup you should be wearing. So if you can't tell, just get under a really good light, but they are typically a very defined color. All right, so I want to go back to the makeup section, because this is, again, one of the biggest areas of the book, because I get a lot of questions about makeup. What kind of makeup should you be wearing? Again, I have sensitive skin. I cannot wear makeup with oil, right? So there are some fabulous options out there of makeup that you can use that contain no oil. I wear Fenty, right? Rihanna's brand, Fenty makeup and powder, because her makeup has a phenomenal base to it, and it does not include any oils, and it is for sensitive skin. Estee Lauder makes a brand that is fantastic. Again, I want to shout out Juvia's Place. And what I look for in makeup brands are those that carry a wide range of colors. So the makeup brands that you will find listed in my book, they don't just carry like your typical like 4 or 5 shades. They carry literally 30, 35, 40, 50 shades of makeup. I also want to shout out Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath is a Black British makeup artist. She is the only makeup artist ever to be knighted by the Queen. That's how bad this sister is, okay? She is
That
the
is
only
very cool.
artist ever to be knighted. I mean, it is it is incredible, right? So she is now Dame Pat McGrath. And to me, she, along with Juvia's Place, makeup is just, it's phenomenal. So if you have not heard of Pat McGrath, it is a luxury brand. So you'll know it is a luxury brand. It is more expensive, but they're hard to beat. They're hard to beat. And you know, if you're using a really great brand of makeup, if you don't need to put on a lot, right? There should be a deep hue to the color. So when you want to wear blue eyeshadow, you shouldn't have to put on like 6 or 7 layers of eyeshadow to get it to be blue. Like one swipe, 1 or 2 should be enough. And the same for the lipstick. When a lipstick is heavily hued, you know that it is of higher quality. So definitely Pat McGrath, Juvia's Place. Again, I like Estee Lauder. And I'm sure there are others also that I mentioned. And of course, Fenty, I wear Fenty powder and makeup. Another word about makeup, make sure you're using a primer. It will allow your foundation to last longer and it will protect the skin. So you moisturize first, then you put on your makeup primer, and the primer allows the makeup to adhere to the skin better. It smooths out any type of flaws that you might have. Let's say you have a lot of large pores, that primer should just literally make those pores almost disappear. So you always want to consider using a primer before you put on your foundation to get, you know, that makeup look, right? That professional makeup look when it comes to your foundation. And then I swear by powder. I remember there was a time when mature women were told, don't use powder. It'll creep into the lines. It'll make you look older. Not so. Like, I've never gone without powder. There are times when I only just put on powder. So the powders today are made totally different. They're beautiful. So your primer, your foundation, and then your powder, but always on moisturized skin. One word about the lipstick, I mentioned this before, especially if you are using matte lipstick, it can dry out your lips. So either use a moisturizing matte lipstick, which Juvia's Place carries, or make sure you are using some type of moisturizing balm or emollient on your lips before you put on your lipstick. And the last section of the book talks about brushes and tools, right? How many, I have to stop sharing my screen for this one. How many of you right now, be honest, have a set of makeup brushes that you've never touched? Right? A set of makeup brushes, you maybe use 1 or 2, right? Maybe 1 or 2 of the makeup brushes, that's it. Maybe you use the, you know, the eyeshadow one to put on some eyeshadow, but like that's it. And you've probably gotten them as gifts. You've seen them in the store. There's for some of you, they're probably still wrapped in the package, right? The makeup brush really is the difference between you having a professional look to your makeup. It honestly makes a difference which makeup brush you use for what particular makeup, whether it's concealer, we love concealer, right? Whether it's eyeshadow, there's a makeup brush for your lipstick, right? There's a makeup brush for your blush. There's a makeup brush if you want to do any type of highlighting or contouring. And it really does make a difference. Even the size of the eyeshadow brush, I use 3 different eyeshadow brushes to put on my eyeshadow. One brush for the base color. There's a smaller brush for that is a blending brush. And then I have a special brush to highlight because I always highlight with the light color right underneath the arch. So I teach you in the book how to use, I think there's like maybe 15 different kinds of brushes that I teach you how to use in the book. Oh, Cheryl says she loves Fenty. I love Fenty. I have to tell you, I was amazed because I'm thinking, oh, I don't know if Rihanna is going to be able to make a makeup that really kind of speaks to my skin, but she pulled it off. It's really a phenomenal line. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate it. Gail Hesley, she was the editor for the book. So Cheryl says, me, yes. So thank you for your honesty, Cheryl, because I used to be that way too, right? I would have literally 10 different makeup brushes and I would use 2 because I just didn't even know what the other ones were for or how to use them. I'm thinking, well, you know, they kind of all look the same, but they really do serve very different purposes. So, all right, let me jump back because we are wrapping it up.
Just one more thing, Sephora foundation. Oh my gosh, friends at Sephora foundation was one of the hardest things for people to find. And Sephora came out with this amazing technology called Color IQ. It is actually something they hold against your skin. It pulls up the top brands and undertones and everything that would work for you. So love it, love it, love it. I put it in the chat a little bit earlier, but I'm going to again because it really is amazingly helpful for narrowing it down. And they even have in their stores, their mirrors have different settings of light, because of course your foundation is going to look different in natural lighting versus you know, fluorescent lighting versus the candle lighting, you know, all of that. So they've really gone high tech, which is absolutely amazing. So props to Sephora.
All right. So I want to make sure.
And yes, you can get Fenty at Sephora. I know you were big
Yes,
with that. Yes, you can get fine Fenty.
You can get Fenty at Sephora for sure. So we are coming up to the end. And were there any, we have a little grand prize that we're going to give out, but I wanted to make sure we, whether or not we had any other of the other gifts. Have we given out all of our other special gifts and special?
I think so. Let me just run down the list.
Yeah, I think we have.
Terri Murray.
Yes.
That. Just make sure to send the Styles of Imagination gift card to who was it that followed the Culture Curves the longest?
That was oh, we'll go back up in the chat.
Okay, but yes, yeah, but that's the only one that needs to be delivered. Yeah. I think we're at the end.
All right, so we have, let me go back to the PowerPoint real quickly and share. See, share the screen. All right, so our grand prize giveaway is a free style session with me, style session with me that's valued at $350 and a copy of the book. And it can be virtual. It will be, if you're here, you know, we can meet. If not, if it's if you don't live here, I'm in Ohio. We'll do it virtually. And a free copy of the book. I want you to drop your age in the chat. I want you to drop your, if you're comfortable, and you can do it to the, you could do it in a direct message to me. That's fine as well, but we want you to drop your age in the chat. All right. 3 people did. If you want to send it to me directly, you can. But let's drop our age, because we want to be proud, right? Because not everybody lives to be our age. To be able to another day for me is an absolute blessing. You know, I have family and friends who didn't make it this far. If you want to be reminded of the blessing, go to your high school reunion, right? If you ever need to be reminded of how blessed you are, go to your high school reunion, right? Because a lot of those people are no longer there, right? They're no longer with us, right? All right.
Linda, Portia, George, I don't know how to do that, but I just turned 74.
Oh my gosh. So Portia, my gosh, Portia, I worked with many, 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 many years ago. I'm so glad. I think you mentioned when you came on with me, and oh my gosh, I wish you could see this woman. I wish you, I don't see you in, I think you may be coming in from using your audio because I don't, excuse me, I don't actually see your image, but I wish you could see
Excuse
she just looks absolutely amazing and phenomenal. And so I don't see any other ages. And so this was going to the I don't even want to say eldest. I want to say the woman with the most years of experience. That's how we'll put it. It went to the woman with the most years of experience, and that is Portia. Portia is 75, right? Did you say you were 75?
74.
74. So Portia George is the winner. Portia, I will certainly contact you later so that, yes, give her a round of applause. I will certainly set up a session with you and you'll get a copy of the book. So that is it for my presentation. I believe we're going to do some Q&A now. Let me just make sure, just so everyone knows. So there was a little glitch with Amazon with the book. So we're looking to have it available on Monday. You all will get notification about it. They're thinking it may even be tomorrow, but Monday for sure. So definitely the book will be available at that time. And let's see. I believe we're going to just some Q&A right now. We're checking to see if there were any other questions that we got beforehand.
I don't have a question, but I did want to just a little extra incentive. When the book is available, thankfully, don't forget to email your receipts to info@culturedcurves.com because you will receive free downloads from the book that you can click directly on. It makes it easier to shop. So I put that information in the chat as well.
Yeah, so since you will be purchasing the book initially from Amazon, that will change later, but initially from Amazon, I just want to be able to, make sure I know who's buying the book. And this is an opportunity for you to let us know who you are so that you can join this amazing community. Plus you get some free downloadables that will make it easy for you to take a look at, everything from information about brushes to makeup and a very convenient downloadable tool for you. So when you do buy the book, you can definitely scan the QR code and we want you to join, we want you to become an insider, and that will put you on a newsletter and give you additional information. So I want to thank everybody for joining. If you have any questions, let us know now because we are here to answer questions. I can answer your questions, and then Emma is here. So I want to thank everybody that stayed till the end. I appreciate it. And those who came, and even if you stayed 5 minutes, I appreciate it. So let me know if you have any questions. You can drop, or let's not even use the chat. Why don't you just unmute and let us know what questions you have.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. This is Regina Plaza. Hi, Linda. Congratulations on your book. And this was a fabulous book signing. I'm going to bring my book with me to the girlfriend's getaway so you can personally sign it for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to gift books to my girlfriends. They're like sisters to me, but they're curvy. They're beautiful. You all are beautiful. Curvy, not curvy, but I have some curvy girlfriends and they're sharp just like you, Linda. They love fashion. I love fashion with my little self, but to God be the glory. He made us in all different shapes and sizes, and we are fabulous queens. And I applaud you on doing what you do for the curvy women. You wear it well. You are fabulous.
Thank you.
I enjoyed. Okay. God bless you.
God bless you, Regina. And I saw Jackie. I wanted to give her a shout out. Jacqueline Glass is a dear friend, and she started the Girlfriend Getaway. And every year there's about 100 of us. We sneak off, and Felicia,
Yes.
say a few words. We sneak off to, sometimes it's St. Martin, sometimes it's Jamaica, right? And
Yes.
we have a week of just fabulousness. That's the only way I can explain it. But we are also being taught about health and wellness, because that is really what the purpose of Girlfriend Getaway is about. And if you want more information about the upcoming Girlfriend Getaway, it's typically like the second week in October. Send me an email and I will send you information about the upcoming Girlfriend Getaway. It is just a fabulous, fabulous community. And Regina and Felicia, they both attend. They can talk about it too. Opportunity for a community of women to really focus on their health and wellness, and the testimonials, the transformations. And Felicia is one of our transformation stories about really taking control of her health. Has just been phenomenal. So definitely, if you're interested, get you information about the girlfriend getaway for sure. I think I'll just actually drop the link to the chat. It's the girlfriend getaway.org. All right. Are there any questions about like makeup or fashion or your body shape, or anything else you want to ask while we wrap things up? And hopefully you've all you've been helped, you've learned something, right, about this thing called style. The last thing I do want to mention, and that is in the back of the book. The back of the book includes inspirational messages to uplift, excuse me, your spirit. Because this is not just about hair and makeup and beauty and clothes. This is about feeling good from the inside out and looking in the mirror and loving what you see, right? Because everything good needs to start from love. You can be on the best wellness journey. We want you to be well, right? We want you to be healthy, but we don't want it to start from you hating some part of your body, because nothing good starts from hate. So in the back of the book, we have some messaging. We have like a little 30-day journal where I ask you to really, write one good thing that you love about your body. You'd be amazed where that will take you, because we know that we need to be able to, love what we see. We can make changes, and that's wonderful. That's fantastic. But there are a lot of women that I hear from that really struggle with self-esteem, especially after they get 50, because a lot of their identity is gone. If they used to be a wife and they're now divorced, right, they find themselves wondering, like, who am I? Or maybe if they raise children and their children are out of the home, so they're empty nesters, and they used to be known as the mom or the parent, but now their children are gone. So sometimes there's a struggle with identity. Or if you've been divorced and all of a sudden you need to learn about finances, if you didn't know about finances before, there's a struggle with like who I am and what do I do. And I'm hoping that a lot of these meditations at the end of the book will be motivational and inspirational to every woman that reads the book. So I needed to get that in, because it's not all about looking good. It's about feeling good, right? And we know when we look good, we do feel good, but it needs to start from within. So let me know if you have any questions. If not, I want to ask Emma if you have any last minute tidbits that you want to mention. But again, I cannot thank everybody enough for coming on, because again, this was truly a labor. I hope you buy it for yourself and buy it for family members or aunties or girlfriends or your mom, or your best friend. And as we are coming up on Valentine's Day, I have to say this, as we are coming up on Valentine's Day, it's time for love. And it's not necessarily about the partner, but it has to start with you. Give yourself the gift of love. Give yourself this book. Gift this book to somebody that you love, right? And show them, that you care about them by giving them this book. So let this be a gift. Show some love during Valentine's Day, because we're in the season of love. Again, thank you so much. Emma, do you have any last?
Yeah, just this is only the beginning. you know, this is going to be, there are going to be so many more events and everything built around this book, especially an in-person launch. So this, you know, the virtual launch, this is not just it. For those of you in the New York area or want to come to the New York area, next month, you know, the details are being finalized, but we're going to be having an in-person launch party with fashion shows and food and oh God, really, really excited. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And again, follow Culture Curves on social media so that way you know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, so I want to make sure all of the social media links are dropped into the chat, like
Yep, I'm going to do that right this second. Yep, I've been doing it kind of throughout, but do
Instagram.
one more
Follow me
time.
on Instagram. I have about 15,000 followers on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram. Definitely sign up to the newsletter, Culture Curves, and come on over to the Facebook group. That is so important. The Culture Curves Guide to Stylish Living for Women Over 50. Come to the Facebook group so that we can continue to communicate and have community. So again, thank you everybody so much. I so appreciate it. Anything else, Emma?
No, I think that's it.
All right. So
thank you, everyone. And
coming, the book is coming. You'll be notified. It should be here by Monday, but maybe even tomorrow. But you will know when it is up and ready at Amazon. So this will be available on the Facebook group. Come on and follow the Facebook group and join the Facebook. Join the Facebook group. It'll be in the group. It'll be on the page, and share it. Please share this with anybody that you think would be helped by any of the information that we have here. You know, it doesn't matter what piece or part. You may know somebody that just needs to get information about getting the right size bra or not wearing those shoes that are too small, right? So share it far and wide. Thank you, everybody. I so appreciate it. Thank you again, and have a blessed and a peaceful new year, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I love you all. I cannot tell you what this has meant to me, that you came on and you supported me. It just means the world to me. Thank you. God bless you so much. And as always, to God be the glory. Thank you. Bye-bye.